Welcome everybody to a new episode in a series where I look at and analyse the trucks officially announced for the upcoming game Snowrunner, and how I think this will affect their performance in-game. Today we're looking at another classic American semi-truck, the International Paystar 5070, which I'll be shortening to Paystar in this video. Now the name of this truck is a bit confusing at first, as it seems like the 5070 was never offered with 6x6. Just to note, a Paystar 5070 was a 5000 series with the largest engine available, and that only the 5050 was ever offered with a 6x6 configuration. But I found a document that states that in 1987, International simplified their model numbers to cover them all under the 5070 designation, and then with the drive wheel specified after the number, so the truck in game would have actually been called the International Paystar 5050 when it was first sold. Hopefully this clears up some confusion for you guys, as I know it certainly confused me initially too. Just like the Kodiak, this truck was released in 3 generations. The first, and the one featured in game, spanned from 1972 to 1986, and it's immediately distinguishable by its distinct treadplate wings that really help and give it an industrial type aesthetic. It was originally designed and built primarily for the construction industry, and common add-ons include cement mixers and dumper bodies, although semi-truck versions were also available. However, as with most good trucks, this vehicle is seen used outside its intended field, as in roles like fire trucks, logging trucks, and also recovery trucks, all of which I should have an image for. Unfortunately, I could not find anything online about the length of the vehicle or any of the wheelbase options, but it seems like 8.1 metres for a chassis cab like this seems appropriate. If the truck featured in game is really the 5050, then in reality it shouldn't have access to the largest engines the series had to offer. However, I think it's likely it will in the game regardless. The Paystar series had a huge range of the engines available to it on release, from a whole range of manufacturers, so I can't really go through them all, but I can talk quickly about some of the more interesting engines. The 5050 had 4 engines available to it on release. The first was a 200 horsepower, 9 litre diesel V8, built by International themselves, which supposedly had some pretty major issues. The second was a 210 horsepower, 5.2 litre diesel V6, built by Detroit Diesel. The last and most powerful engine available for the 5050 was a 225 horsepower, 10.4 litre diesel V8, built by Caterpillar, that is near enough identical to the engine found in the Kodiak. The standard engine for the 5070 was a 238 horsepower, 7 litre diesel inline-6, built by Detroit Diesel. And then there was a whole slew of additional engines built by Cummins and Detroit Diesel for the 5070 model, as I should have an image on screen for. The biggest engine available was a Cummins engine that produced 370 horsepower, a beast for its time. The stock 1973 Paystar had a 230 litre fuel tank with an additional 230 litres fuel tank we might see in game. 240 litres is quite good for this type of truck. Not small like the M916A1, but also not big like the Voron 4380. The all-wheel drive being switchable seems correct, but the differential locks being switchable, whilst correct for the vehicle in stock, should be upgradable to automatic, as an automatic torque-based differential lock was available as an optional extra. Perhaps it will be, and the truck card just listed the stock specifications. Overall, this should be a pretty good truck and a nice general all-rounder. It's a powerful but not ludicrous engine, it's got pretty average dimensions and a pretty average sized fuel tank, and should be good in whatever role you throw at it. However, this truck might need a lot of money spent on it to beef up the engine power, because 200 horsepower isn't enough grunt for this type of truck. I'm lucky enough to find 2 good documents on the internet about this truck, and I'll link them both in the description down below. If I missed anything important or got anything wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. It's great to be informed about things I could not find out myself. As usual, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing and checking out my channel, where hopefully I should have a playlist with all the episodes from the series in. Thank you for watching, and take it easy.